everybody. It is Saturday, February the 6th, 2021. It is Super Bowl weekend. And to be honest with you, I could really care less about the Super Bowl, but I do love Super Bowl and just like, you know, football tailgate food. I mean, I actually do like to go to a tailgate in football, but I'm gonna cook a recipe called armadillo eggs, and I'm gonna smoke them on my Weber kettle. And I want to do a shout out to Man Cave Meals, and I'll put a link in the description here to the original video that I saw that he did. And I'm gonna kind of remix or modify a little bit what he did, and I'm pretty excited. I love jalapeno poppers, but I actually I've just always made them in the oven. I've kind of stuck with the same recipe, and this recipe kind of inspired me, so I'm gonna give it a try, and we'll see. So I'm gonna show you my ingredients. Then I've got to, get my smoker going, or get the grill going to use as a smoker. I'm gonna use a little mesquite wood, I think, and yeah, let's get going. So I've collected my ingredients here. A lot of these are the same that Man Cave Meals used. I've got my Philadelphia cream cheese, just in an 8-ounce package, and I've gone ahead and softened it. I like to actually put that in the microwave at 50% power for 30 seconds, 45 seconds, anyway, just to soften it up. I went ahead and grated some fresh cheddar cheese. Fresh grated is definitely the best if you can. And I mean, sometimes I'll use pre-grated, but fresh grated is the best. Of course, we got our jalapenos that we're going to actually be quartering, and I'm going to be, taking out all the seeds and the ribs and all of that. In addition to the chili powder that Man Cave Meals recommended, I'm going to put a little garlic powder in there as well. And then I'm going to put some red onion that I like a lot in my poppers. And I'm also going to put some bacon. So I went ahead and just cooked up about 5 slices there. I'm going to mix all that up, put that in here, and then we're going to wrap them in the patty of the sausage. Roll them up here in the breadcrumbs, and we're going to put them out there on the grill. All right, so Moose is out here to help me out because he's always interested whenever something's going on in the grill. One of the things I'm going to do today is I'm going to make sure I've got my ashes cleaned out pretty well. I'm usually pretty lazy about this and don't worry about it, but as I'm getting into more barbecue and smoking and things like that, I'm becoming more attuned to airflow and temperature and things like that. So I'm going to just go ahead and make sure that my Weber kettle is nice and scraped out here, so that I'm going to hopefully maximize my airflow when I'm doing the smoking, and we'll see if that makes any kind of improvement today. All right, so I'm firing up my chimney out here on the Weber, and one of the things that I'm going to try to do, this hasn't been something I've made or I've really thought about was a really big deal, but some of the videos and barbecue specialists that I've been watching on YouTube talk about is why it's really not a great thing to use lighter fluid. I've used lighter fluid forever, on my charcoal. I guess there's potential for, actually lighter fluid to flavor your meat, which is not a great thing. So I haven't gotten a new smoker. I've been really wanting one. Maybe by the summer I'll get one, but I've been looking a lot at the Hasty Bake charcoal ovens. And in all those, they start the charcoal and they never use lighter fluid. They have some alternate ways that they do that. So anyway, that's something I'm thinking about. But today I've just got the chimney, going here on the kettle. We're going to let this burn for about 20 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and prepare the ingredients for these armadillo eggs. And it's rained today, but the forecast says the rain's supposed to be subsiding now. So we'll hope that's going to be the case. And we'll get these armadillo eggs here on the Weber kettle to smoke. All right, while the charcoal's been getting going, I've gone ahead and quartered and hollowed out all my jalapenos except one. So it is, of course, important to get all the seeds out, but I think it's actually pretty important. It's pretty important to get out the stems as well, because the stems can have quite a bit of heat in addition to the seeds. Something else to keep in mind that I have learned over the years doing jalapenos, you know, is that you want to watch how long you keep them in the refrigerator. I think I probably did get these about a week ago, but you know, and they'll be fine. I don't actually like just, you know, super, super hot jalapenos. I guess I'm, you know, I don't know, whatever. I like a mild heat, but I don't like it super hot. This is what I'm doing. I'm just hollowing out and then I'm quartering them to get those ready. If you keep the jalapenos in your refrigerator, you know, too long, I wouldn't keep them longer than a week before you cook them. I have definitely found that they get a lot hotter. In fact, they can get so hot that, you know, members of our family don't even, you know, can't even really eat them. And that's no fun. So, you know, it depends on your taste and who you're cooking for. But generally, you know, I think you want some spice and some heat, but you don't want them so hot that you're gonna burn people's mouths off. So, yeah, those are some tips. So anyway, we're ready. And then rather than talk through all the next process, I'm gonna go ahead and just cut up my ingredients and go ahead and get these stuffed. And I'll probably talk, I think, as once I get these stuffed, as I start to put them inside the sausage, I'll talk through that. All right, we got our filling all mixed up, and we got our jalapenos cut and quartered, and we've got our charcoal here, nicely gray. So I'm gonna do, again, I don't have any like fancy separators, or I'm not even really using bricks to separate these, but it's okay, it works fine. I'm just pouring my charcoal that I've got going in the chimney here on either side of my Weber kettle. And what I'm gonna do is actually, I'm gonna put just a little bit of charcoal, additional charcoal on top, on each side. I'll put this in the middle. I usually use Kingsford charcoal. That was just at Lowe's, and this is what I could get. So I'm using Ridge charcoal. I have no idea. I have no idea about the relative quality of Ridge charcoal, but we're gonna find out. So anyway, I'm still a little while away from putting my actual armadillo eggs out here. What I'm wanting to do is get this warmed up to, and I don't know, maybe I can actually measure my ambient temperature today, although I think I threw away my little clip for my, I could use the potato trick. I'll do that. Anyway, I'll put my one of my heat probes out here and we'll see, but I'm thinking it's gonna be around 350 degrees. If I was a little less than that, that's probably fine as well. When I'm ready to start actually putting on my armadillo eggs, I'm going to put some wood chips out here on the grill, and I'm gonna clean this off a little bit too, in addition to scraping it. So I'm gonna let this continue to go, continue to catch, put the lid on here, and then we'll go inside and get these armadillo eggs ready for the grill. Yes, I need to wash the top of my lid. All right, I'm gonna give this another shot. This is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make this armadillo egg, which is 2 sides of a green green jalapeno. I want to put my filling here inside, and then I'm gonna attempt to form a solid wrapping all the way around. That is not the super easiest thing in the world to do. So I'm glad I have some extra sausage, because what I did was I kind of cut these in the size that I would do if I was going to do patties, and I was just going to cook them like for breakfast. But I don't want them to be too thick, and basically it just seems like it's a little bit messy. It's not just a perfect, oh look, I rolled that right up. So my sausage is not super cold. I do have another one. My other one's still in the fridge, so maybe I let my sausage get a little bit too warm. I'm not sure. So anyway, I won't bore you by having you watch me do this real time. I will speed this up, but that is what I'm gonna try to do before I roll these things in some breadcrumbs. Wow, that was a little more time intensive than I thought it was going to be, but our results look pretty good here. So we have got 16. We've got 16 armadillo eggs ready to go, and we used almost all our jalapenos. I'm just going to actually put the little bit of filling I got left in these, and I'll just probably heat those up in the oven for a little bit and have those as a little light hors d'oeuvre. But what we need to do now is go ahead and put some breadcrumbs on these, and we're going to try to sprinkle this and get a good coating. Like that. But today I'm going to do a little trick that I saw on another YouTube video, and it's just really easy. We'll see it here in just a second when we go out there. I've just taken a small potato and I cut a little bit off, and I've just put the probe through it. So let's take these guys out and get them on the smoker and see what this is going to do. I predict it's going to start smelling really good really fast. All right, we are ready to put these on, and of course I got my lid off, so that's not a very good temperature, but you can see I've just got my one temperature probe right there in the middle, and we're gonna try and line up all of these. So they're gonna be cooking indirect. They're not gonna be right over the heat of the charcoal. And I'm actually gonna go ahead and put one of my probes directly into the middle of one of these. I've got an instant temperature probe as well, and I'll be using that to come out and test temperature, but I'm thinking that we're probably going to be somewhere around 350 here in the middle. These guys are going to get a little bit hot. Actually, maybe I have one up here. I want things to be pretty even. All right, so we're going to go with that, and I've got my meat probe, and so I'm going to try. Let's see. I don't want to get this guy because he's going to get a little hotter. Moose, move. No. I don't know. Let's go for this. We're going to go here and try to go right into the middle of that guy. All right, here we go. The clock is... All right, hey, I got inside and realized I didn't put my wood chips on for smoking. So this is actually great. I'm cooking at about 350 as far as the ambient temperature indirect, which is great. And, you know, our temperatures are rising. But we would like to actually smoke these lovely guys. So I'm going to finish up what I have here. I have some apple wood, barely any left. And I'm just going to be dropping this on my charcoal. So, and I guess, I don't know, who knows. If I was a purist, maybe I would be doing just one kind. I wouldn't be doing two kinds. So anyway, I'm gonna drop these off over here on the charcoal. I'm gonna actually flame up a little bit, but hopefully that's gonna do a little smoking as well. Woo! Okay, so we got everything on. I actually should probably be reducing the amount of airflow into, oh, and you can't see that. That's flipped, isn't it? The amount of airflow into my smoker, because I mean, if we smoked at about 250, that's probably gonna be better than 350. So I'm gonna cook a little bit hot. We're gonna see how it turns out. I actually my smoker. I need to replace the bottom vent because I think it's actually stuck. And anyway, I don't think I could do that right now. But what I am gonna do, I'll show you this. I've just taken the remaining few quarters I had for the jalapenos and the extra stuffing I've got, or whatever, filling, and I'm just gonna cook these for about, I'll see, 15 minutes. It's probably gonna be plenty, 10 might be. And we're gonna put those on, and then the other thing I'm gonna do, I don't know if you do this, we love to get frozen tamales. These are pork tamales from Costco, and I'm just gonna boil a pot of water, and I'm gonna toss these in for about 15 minutes as well. And then we're gonna have these done and ready. I think these may be an hors d'oeuvre perhaps prior to the armadillo eggs being done, but we'll see. All right, so these have been on for 15 minutes. We're going for a internal cook temperature of 170. We're almost to 130. Like I said, I need to replace the bottom vent of my Weber so I can actually control the amount of air coming in there at the bottom. So I'm gonna put some additional chips on here, and hopefully that's gonna continue to add to our smoked flavor. Okay. It is the time of truth. We're at 173. We were going for 170. Moose, out. Look at that. I think they turned out. I think I'm also glad I did not flip them. So, ideally, it would have been better to smoke these at a lower temperature. So I ended up smoking at about 300, well, not about, basically exactly 350 degrees. 250 would have been a better temperature. So, lesson learned, I need to, that guy's gonna fall apart. I need to go ahead and, I think, replace my vent controller that's at the bottom of my Weber, and then I'll be able to actually change this temperature by alternating the air that's coming in, that's inflowing. So here we go. We'll let them cool off and we'll see how they are, how they taste. All right, it is the time of truth. We've let these cool off just a little bit, and take a look there. We are fans of jalapeno poppers in our family, but we've never really branched out, so that guy cool off quite a bit. I wonder how hot he is still. That looks like a big, is this gonna burn my mouth? I think it is. Wow. That is packed with flavor. It's a keeper.